Zenphi has its own native form builder. Before I show you what it does, one thing worth knowing. If your team already uses Google Forms, Typeform, JotForm, or similar tools, Zenphi has first-class actions for all of them. You can use those as triggers or data sources in any workflow without switching. But if you're building a form specifically to work inside a Zenphi workflow, the native form builder has two capabilities that make it worth looking at. Let's cover those first, then show how forms connect to workflows. The form builder works the way you'd expect. Text inputs, drop-downs, date pickers, required fields, the standard set. Two field types worth calling out specifically. File upload, so a submitter can attach a document, image, or spreadsheet directly in the form, and a signature field, which captures a drawn signature as part of the submission. Another cool thing, the dynamic value in several field types. For example, for checkbox and drop-down fields, you can use a dynamic value field that would use variables from any previous steps in your workflow. But where Zenphi Forms get more interesting is in how you control what a person actually sees when they open the form. Using Zenphi Forms, you can avoid creating complex, overwhelming, lengthy forms and stick with a clean and neat option. Display rules let you control field visibility dynamically, based on what the person filling in the form has already answered. Instead of showing every field to every person and relying on them to skip what's not relevant, you define conditions for when a field appears. A rule might say, show this field only when the department field equals marketing. Or it might say, show this field for everyone except when the request type is internal. The important thing is how the rules are structured. You set the condition once on the field itself. You're not going through every other field and manually hiding it for every possible answer combination. This keeps the form builder clean, and it keeps the form clean for the person submitting it. They only ever see the fields that are relevant to their specific situation. In preview, you can see this working in real time. The form adapts as the person fills it in, without any page reloads, without showing fields they don't need. The second feature is the Lookup field. A Lookup field connects a form field to a Zenphi table. When someone selects a value in one field, the Lookup field automatically retrieves the matching data from the table and populates itself. For example, you have a table of items and their prices. You add a drop-down field to the form for the item name. Then you add a Lookup field that says, when item is selected, find that item in the products table and return its price. This is useful anywhere you're collecting requests that depend on structured reference data. Product catalogs, rate cards, office locations, approval thresholds. The data lives in the table. The form reads from it. Zenphi Forms connect to workflows in two ways. The first is as a trigger. You publish the form, share the link, or embed it, and whenever someone submits it, the workflow starts automatically, with all the form responses available as data for the steps that follow. The second is as a request data step inside an existing workflow. The workflow sends an email with the form to a specific person, then pauses and waits for them to fill it in. Once they do, the workflow continues, and you can use an if condition to branch based on what they answered. This makes forms useful not just for kicking off a process, but for collecting input at any point in the middle of one: an approval, a clarification, a data confirmation. The workflow handles the waiting. You don't have to. If you'd like to see how this can be working inside your workflows, book a call with our team. Just 30 minutes, and you'll walk away with a functional automation that you can actually use.